Hello and welcome back to 7 Days to Die Escape from Tarkov. We just ended a series on 7 Days to Die Escape from Tarkov. Would you believe, a few days after I ended the series, we actually got a huge update for this mod, and since 7 Days to Die 2.0 seems to be delayed into at least May, that gives me at least half a month to do a series on it. So this one might end earlier than the last one, because if 2.0 comes out, we're just going to go, all hands on deck onto that, because it's just most important for the channel. It's what most people are going to be interested in. The devs added a difficulty setting to Tarkov now, so you don't play on Nomad and stuff. You can see the full settings here if you want to pause, but basically, zombies always take the same amount of damage on Escape from Tarkov, because the game is very, very well balanced around different weapons and ammo types and stuff like that. So zombies will always be as easy to kill, which is great. That means it's never bullet spongy, except for on the enemies that are meant to be really bullet spongy. But aside from that, otherwise what we have here is a bunch of modifiers that change how much damage you take, and I've got it on hard to take 50% more damage, and when I die I will lose 50% of my HP above 100 every time I die. So you really don't want to die, but it's also not as punishing as just permadeath, so I quite like that. Like, I do not want to die on this series. And you've also got extreme, where you take double damage, and then a really fun setting you might not notice at the bottom there is death mode, where every single zombie one-shots you. Worry not, dear viewer, I will do it eventually, but let's do this now because I'm not familiar with the new changes. Otherwise, here's the settings: 64, everything else basically default. I'll put day speed to jog because I'm not that fucking terrible at aiming. And this is all normal, the loot respawn disabled. And this is going to be a big change, so bear with me here. It's going to be completely different from the last playthrough, except we're going to have a similar pile of guns. I've also installed B-Dub's vehicles and the compatibility patch for that, and we're playing on a map by Fluffy Panda, I think, called Panda Express, which has a massive airport mega POI that we can do later on in the series. It's really cool. Let's spawn in. Alright, so you'll notice immediately we actually start with 200 max health. That's because leveling as you know it isn't really in the game anymore. Like, it's in the game, but it doesn't really do anything, because if you look at your skills, you basically have nothing. And that is because this mod has removed all of the crafting magazines. Indeed, it looks like all of the skill books. I don't know if that's temporarily, but for now we're going to just assume not. And all of the perks. You can put points into your attributes, but it doesn't do anything. Now, if we go to the character screen and go to action skills, the two tabs of it, you can see that the number of shots that I fire determines my recoil control bonus. My reloads determines my reload speed, and you can see it's 0% out of 50%. So if I reload 10,000 times, I will reload 50% faster than somebody who just spawned in. And there is a lot of these skills that replace the perk system entirely, including encumbrance time, which gives you 30 carry capacity if you spend an amount of time over encumbered. Now, I know the amount of time, and the devs made a big mistake by telling me the amount of time, because I'm going to min-max it and it's going to be funny. This is a really cool way of doing skills without skill points, I think, and it's completely still like an RPG mechanic. You are still doing things and becoming better at them. It's just not done in like the Fallout 3 style, and it's not even done in like the Skyrim style. It's just done, this is how much of this task you've done, this is how good you are at it, directly. They remove the abstraction of like level 1 to 100 skills, which I'm surprised I've never actually seen anybody do, but that's pretty cool. It does remove perks, which is going to make the game a little bit less variable, but I think this is a good choice. But it is worth noting that I think maybe the Escape from Tarkov devs should consider, and they may have already done this, keeping the old version available for the people who like the perks that they had made, even if it was a little bit unbalanced, and keeping this as a separate version going forward. I also realise there is no Plague Doctor skill anymore, so I cannot use it as a crutch. This is going to be really hard, isn't it? Oh dear. Right. Well, no time like the present. We need to start doing stuff. Also, my days are on 50 minutes because of that recent discovery we all made about the length of days in 7 Days to Die being 68 minutes if you do 60 minutes, because there's a rounding error. This is 52-minute days, properly. So let's take this starter case. We get 5 starter cases. You can get a fire axe, a pickaxe, a wrench, a shovel, 2 bottles of beer, and a can of food. You can get a bike and some cola. You can get a bow, a knife, iron, steel arrows, some food, I think that's what that is, and then you can get a bunch of meds, and then you can get the special builder kit, which gives you a workbench, a junk turret, a claw hammer, a wallet, 2 packs of juice, and some milk. I almost always go for the cycling hero one to get the bike, but in the interest of interest, I'm going to go for something else. I think I'm going to go for the Alcoholic Craftsman case, because having all these iron tier tools will be really nice considering we don't have Miner 69er to lean on for mining anymore. So let's go for that. Open that up and we get a nice set of tools, and because of the way the game is balanced in Escape from Tarkov, these weapons are actually decent weapons. We have a note from a stranger just telling us to escape from Navigating. We've read that before. Let's do the tutorial because I need some armor. Now, on the topic of armor, they have removed almost all of the armor sets in the game. There is now 4 sets of armor in the game. The primitive armor, the recon armor, the assault armor, and oh, you don't even have a tutorial anymore. You just go straight to the trader. Oh, they're all gone. Okay, so they're stripping out a lot of features to make this like more hardcore. Okay. But yeah, what was I saying? Primitive armor, which is the same. Recon armor, which is the old athletic outfit. And survivalist, which is nomad, and all it does is give you carry capacity. The armors do basically nothing now. Other than give you protection, obviously they still do that. That would be really stupid if they didn't. I think that is a stopgap feature. I think they intend on adding the Tarkov armor to the game, so it's not as horrible as it might seem. It's just like a temporary feature. So yeah, there's a lot of things that have been removed in favor of making this a really curated experience, and I think that's pretty cool actually, that they're willing to do that. So can I make primitive armor? And of course I mentioned they removed the horrible book system. That has been replaced in favor of just schematics, like it used to be in 7 Days to Die, which you can find or craft basically with certain items. For example, if we just make this really quick, what's an item that we can make? The PKP, I remember seeing this one. You can make a PKP schematic by sacrificing a PKP in this item called a toolset. I don't know how you get the toolset, but regardless, if we go for like an M16, you can see you use one for that as well. So if you just find an item, you can make the schematic. You can kind of remove a lot of the RNG there. It's not as random as base game 7 Days to Die at the very least, which is something I'm very happy about. Let's go hit one of these rocks. I like that this map has these rocks. I haven't seen these rocks in vanilla for a very long time, so thank you to, I think it was Fluffy Panda that made this map, for having these rocks here, because I love them deeply. I fucking love rocks. It's actually really nice to start off with like good tools, especially a wrench. I don't miss my bicycle that much, although the 1 kilometer run is going to suck. Oh yeah, let me equip that helmet light mod we just got. Well, we didn't just get it, we spawned with it, but you know what I mean. Some springs. We could wrench these cars now if I wanted, but that seems like a waste of time. Let's cut this guy's legs off. He was very tanky. I might get 1,000. Well, I suppose the XP you get doesn't really matter because it doesn't translate to anything, so just ignore it. It's just a way of knowing if you've killed something, I suppose. So let me eat this food because we are high level sort of food to start off, so we will need to find more of it. So if we look here, you can see I've opened 8 containers and I'm now 0.13% better at looting. And if we find my melee attacks, you can see that I've done 10 melee attacks and I'm now 0.04% higher in damage. If we do 1,000 melee attacks, just as an example, we'll be 4% higher in damage. Pretty fun system, honestly. Let me get that. We'll need a bone knife eventually. Food is going to be a concern, but we do go to Trader Rect first, I think. So ultimately, he will have a lot of food because the traders have been rebalanced in this mod now to have a lot more specialized loot. So we're going to want to find Hugh as soon as we can because he's the gun guy. But Rect is going to help us a lot with food, and that's good. Or it's helpful. I'm trying not to sprint because I will just waste all my food. I don't know if I was hurting him. Right, it might be worth doing headshots then. I should probably check, does this do more damage than the pickaxe? It does, good. You know, basic things like that are worth checking. Oh yeah, we have a massive town. Oh, there's the airport. We're just spawned right next to it. Cool. I'm not going in there. It'll kill us. Some brass, that'll be helpful. I wonder how food works now. Is that schematics or recipes as well? Hey, buddy, die. There we go. Some forged iron, that's good because we need that to repair my axe. And it is gonna need repairs. Look at the absolute size of this POI, by the way. You are looking at what is functionally about 10 different POIs that are all part of one mega POI in the airport, which is part of the Navigating Airport map. It is a full map, you don't just get the airport, don't worry. Oh, and you may have noticed I have a massively expanded inventory. That is because they have removed the drone as well in this version of the mod. I believe there are actually two diverging versions of this mod now. The one mainly controlled by Ryan DVS and the one mainly controlled by M14. And in the M14 version, which I believe is the one on 7daystodiemods.com, rather than Nexus mods, there is no drone anymore, so you have this massively expanded inventory. But of course, you will have to unlock a lot of these slots through pocket mods, armor, over-encumbrance training. I also have B-dubs vehicles installed, so some of the higher capacity vehicles in that mod should alleviate any issues we have there. Sea Trader Rex. We're gonna get there. We might be able to get 1 or 2 quests done. Because questing and money has become way more important, especially since I don't even think we have the ability to do like counterfeiting anymore. And make rubles? You can still craft rubles, but you need the schematic for it. What about like skull rings? Those seem to just be gone. Counterfeit? Maybe those are just completely gone. Maybe you just find them in loot now? It's probably for the best. It was really easy to craft them. Same with like physical bitcoins and stuff. See, the small issue when you spawn with this 200 health, but you don't get a full 200 health, is every single point of health you regen is a point of food. And that means that I am going to lose 39 additional food in the next probably 40 minutes, just off of the health loss alone, never mind the stamina regen. So I have to be kind of concerned about that. Hey, you didn't die. There we go. Is your head armored again? That's fun. What about your body? That doesn't seem like his body is. They removed that last time. I wonder if they maybe accidentally put that back in. I don't mind. Here we are, Trader Rex. What's that? What's that big red thing? Why is there a rocket? Who are you? I guess this is a whole custom map. I just didn't realize it was custom outside of the airport. There's like a whole red rocket sign there. We in the Fallout universe now. Truly the crossover of generations. Fallout, Tarkov, and 7 Days to Die. 2 forged iron. A lockpick and some springs. It's so nice to not even have to fucking think about crafting magazines. Although now I'm worried about how I'm going to get any schematics. But that is a more fun problem, I'd say. We will discover that, and it'll probably be not that bad. 2 acid, not bad. I like how there's no forge heads. I'm still searching these things religiously. Absolute indoctrinated behavior. Hello, Wrecked. How you doing? He's a shovel. Give me that. I have to do his intro quest, I forgot. If we have a look in his inventory here, you'll see he has a whole big pile of guns that are sorted, it looks like. So now you can just see your guns and then it's ammo. That's fun, that's useful. He's got an MP18. Is this a rifle? Yeah, single shot rifle. It's the kind of thing you would probably expect Rec to like actually have. I'm not sure if that's deliberate or it's just my level, but it is kind of cool. We've got the MTS-255, a revolver shotgun. Yes, we will be acquiring that. That sounds really, really cool. What else do you... Oh my god, look at these mods. Look how... It's so much nicer when it's organized by these colors. My brain likes this. Hello? I didn't know I wanted this. Then he's got a nice little organized inventory here. I like this inventory screen. Whatever they did to it, I can't even... Oh, packs of instant noodles. Can you just eat those? Ugh. Ugh. But yeah, he's got plenty of food because he is wrecked. He's got some meds. He's got a crucible, 50k if you want to pay for it. He's got lots of lockpicks. Yeah, the traders are now like an actual thing you want to depend on, rather than just like RNG machines that occasionally have something good for you and a source of brass. I only ever did the quests in vanilla so that we could get tier 6 infestation so I could have something to do at the end of the series. And indeed, a few of the quest rewards are useful. Now we're going to be like using the trader properly. Let's go do his intro quest. He'll give us a gun, I think, for that. That's what he did in the last update. He might change that now. And then we'll find somewhere to spend the night. How's my skills coming along? Hell yeah, 0.25% bonus damage. We're basically a goddamn warrior. Well, if this map has more fun little things in it, like that rocket, it's going to be quite fun to actually explore it. But I did think it was basically just a random world-generated map with a POI they added to it. Alright, here we are. Start you. This is obviously still a dreadfully dull quest. So I'll skip most of it for you because it's just digging. What? Am I standing on it? I must be. I was literally standing on it, yeah. Get some pretty unhelpful food and water there. Right, let's head back direct. Hopefully we get paid and I can buy some food to alleviate this absolutely insane... What's the word I'm looking for? Like the food penalty I'm suffering because of that health. And indeed, the huge food and water penalty I'm suffering by having so much of a large stamina bar at the start of the game here. Food and water is going to be a big problem because of that, I think. In this series, by the way, I'm going to be prioritizing the weapons I haven't seen or used yet. Because that just makes sense. We did a whole series where we were doing basically just that. So, where possible, I will be using the newer weapons that were added. Right, let's take the M1911, because that is 45, and that means it's quite damaging to the body when you hit people with it. Let's take a clear job a few hundred meters away. Not my gun. Now we are 1 point over encumbered, and I'm going to try and stay like that for as long as possible. You see, that is going to mean that I am slowly increasing my carry capacity. I'm also tempted to sell some things for food though. This, I don't think I need that. Or that. Spear parts, fuck off. I'd even sell the acid, but it's probably a bad idea. And I'll sell this extra shovel he gave me. Right. As tempted as I am to save up for a gun, I need food. Wait, you sell... Wait, what do I want food? There's an MRE in here. 900. Buy that. Army crackers. Dried meat. You can see the animations for these. So the MRE we've used before, let's just eat that. I'll walk to this quest here. Got my little MRE crackers here. And we got... Oh, this one's just a leather piece. Truly devastating. And so's this one. I need to add those animations in. Unless they just don't have animations from Tarkov and it's like new food, in which case I forgive it. What is that? Oh, it's a chicken. I forgot they added a new model for those. How did I just miss? You know what? I'm honestly just gonna fucking swing an axe at it. I'm an absolute barbarian. Just cannot be bothered. Have I got enough bone to make a knife? No, I just have to do this then. Didn't even get any fucking meat from it. Well, shit happens. Got loads of feathers at least though, that's good for arrows. He has a helmet on, let's go for a body shot. I think they've changed the trajectory of the darting bow and that's why I'm a little bit confused by it. It's fine though. You know what I'm noticing? You can't pick up your arrows at all. Which is an interesting choice, but it's fine. Maybe it's just a bug as well. That is something to consider. This is still an in-development version of the game. Look at the size of that airport. Here we are. This is a big tier 1. Look at this. This is like hand-placed. It looks really cool. It's meant to be part of the airport. I don't play on like actual made maps very much. Usually just go with random gen. Ah, you can take some of your arrows back. It just seems like they sometimes disappear more frequently than they used to. Lockpicks again, nice. We'll need them, because there's no lockpicking skill to cheese. My miner 69er is going to be permanently stuck pretty low. Because I probably won't mine enough, because it'll be really slow. Certified skill issue, however. I'm not getting a sneak attack bonus from that. That's weird. Sneak attack bonus is just not in it, or do you have to develop a sneak attack bonus by doing sneak attacks? That'd be pretty funny if that's true, though. I kind of can't see it in here, so I'm going to assume sneak attacks are just gone. Fair enough. Going for absolute brutality. Some food with actual food in it. Magical. I will eat that just to get my food up and to stop having to heal. And I'm going to stay over encumbered because it benefits me in the long run. Oh, some more food. Oh, a meat stew in the refrigerator. That is very good. I'm going to drink some of these water items. I don't want to stay this over encumbered. I only want to be like 1 or 2 points over encumbered. The rat cola gives you run speed, but I'm just going to waste it. 6 eggs. Yippee. Ox bleach, let's go. You know, I don't actually feel that over encumbered despite being 10 points. It must be like reduced to account for like how big the inventory is now, which is really nice actually. Right, we got one more room here. A stamina regen. That takes a good while for your stamina to regen when you've got 200. Hello. Here we go, we're done. Let's get some of this. Some meds, some gunpowder, some bullets of varying usefulness, and indeed some food and water. Let's drink this, take this, and go. Probably going to make my screen blurry, but I'm just going to be running away for a while anyway. How do I make first aid bandages? I need to find a schematic, huh? The one issue I have is I just don't know where any of those schematics spawn yet, and it's going to be kind of spooky for a while. There's an ambulance, might find one in there, I guess. Hello, Captain UN guy. Should probably make an actual weapon, but this is serving me quite well. Although there's no real reason to make an actual weapon, is there? Because there's no perks. So I don't have to worry about weapon perks in this. So I might as well just use an axe. Because it's just going to be melee damage regardless. A splint in there, that's going to be useful because no parkour. This is definitely going to feel like a much more grounded playthrough of 7 Days to Die, I think. For better or worse, it's going to be grounded. You know... Oh, that's a lot of food, actually. Let me eat some of these squash spreads as well. I'm just going to try and keep my food up as high as possible so I don't have to think about it as much. It's a bit of a waste of the health you can get from these, but it gives me some inventory slots back at least. We haven't found a place to live yet, and it's concerning. Because we have like half an hour. What's this? Newspaper. Scrapped to paper. Okay, do that. Makes sense. Let's get a move on to rects. Although, police car. I have lockpicks. Newspaper. A fun item. One more lockpick, please. Nice. We got a level 3 TT-33, and I don't think that's the ammo for one, but whatever. Let's get some frames, because I'm going to need them in the night. Get up onto this wall here. Scoot away from these zombies. Have any ammo? I do have some ammo for this anyway, even though I don't have the ammo. This is still very dark, and I have the darkness reduction thing on. Right, I guess I'm just going to fight some zombies up here, because kind of might have to. Still not actually been hit yet, so that's fun. What's that? Oh, it's one of those camera things. The rocks still work. Go over there, please. Yep, there they go. We can actually still go to Rex because he's open for an extra like hour or something. And get a nice little quest reward, sell him some stuff. Probably a good idea. Oh, they changed it, I guess. He is locked now. Okay. I guess I'm just going to sit on a roof until the morning because you guys can barely see. This off, please. And I'm probably not really equipped to handle sprinting zombies right now. I don't know, maybe I am. It's fine, we'll wait until 4 AM. I will see you guys in the morning, we'll continue with this. I wasted a lot of the first stages explaining new things, so we should be good. Alright, it's morning, let's go back to the trader. Why is it still not open? When did they open now? You're right, when do you open now? Maybe it's just the door. Maybe they set it back to being like 6:05, oh no. Well, let's have a look around. Oh, some ammo and meds. Low. Ow. 13 damage per hit, that's still not too bad. That's after having primitive armor though. Now it's gain regional airport. Oh, so this is still fully a part of the airport then. Okay. World transit flights. Flying question mark? Think WTF. That would probably be a good slogan. I heard a pig. Hang on. Can I make a knife? Can't make a knife. Let's make a knife. Where'd that pig at? There we go, 5 meat. That translates to like 5 grilled steaks, by the way, in this mod. Alright, so we can just make all the foods from the beginning. You just need the actual pots and stuff like that, except for learning elixirs, which maybe you just can't make at all anymore. And these obviously need medication schematics of various kinds. Alright, that's fun. You can just make foods, which makes sense, because you really don't need a recipe for, like, 90% of these foods. A person should be able to figure out. Bacon and eggs. I mean, you put bacon and eggs in a frying pan. Congratulations, you did it. Or a cooking pot in this game, but that's an abstraction, obviously. I should get a grill and find some potatoes and make a steak and potato meal. Might actually be worth it. Trader's still locked. What the fuck? When do you open? Let me make like a crate. I actually do want to keep a bunch of stuff on me because I want to try and stay over encumbered to increase my carry capacity naturally. But some things obviously are going to be more likely to actually be found as you go and thus are going to slow you down less. So I'm going to try and hold on to those where possible. I think we only have to be 1 point over encumbered for it to work. Have we earned any slots yet? No. Right, well while we wait for them to open we can go and explore a little bit. Newspaper. This is a tier 2, it might be a little bit dangerous, I don't know. How does farming work in this now? Is there any... Oh yeah, harvest count bonus. Oh no, that's for other things. Maybe it's just farming just kind of shit now. Farming might just be shit now. That might have been an oversight. Maybe we need to add a active skill to it, or maybe it's determined by other things now. Oh, hello. There's a burb. There we go. I think there's a boar in here usually. We can get some more meat. Ow. That did a lot of damage. Alright, so we just opened at 10 minutes to 8. That's weird. I don't know if that's the mod, or if that's like the time change that I've done. Okay, I have an update. I asked the mod developers and they did the funniest thing ever. Trader Rect is just really lazy and he opens late and closes early. The other traders are normal. That's actually really funny. Hey, you lazy fucker. Give me your bread. Right, give me a job. Let's do fetches. We gotta work extra hard because I have reduced time from Trader Rect being a lazy bastard, and I have reduced time from just having about 15 minutes less in the day. I just felt like shooting something. I might install the hit markers mod. I don't know, it feels weird without it. You'll notice the recoil on that was very different, by the way. They've rebalanced all of the recoil. Big guns now have big recoil, smaller guns... Well, that's the wrong thing. I'm saying the wrong thing there. Higher caliber guns have more recoil and lower caliber guns have lower recoil. So if I had taken, for example, the Glock, which is a little 9mm pistol, it would have been much more controllable than this. But I have like 45 pistols, so I don't care. I'll just take the recoil. Here we are, let's start the quest. Loot this car again. Metal spare parts. Have a look inside, hello. Bookshelf with nothing on it. I imagine most of the bookshelves are going to be kind of empty with the lack of skill magazines. There's the satchel. We could be done already, but I think there's a couple more book containers in here I might want to search. Hello. Hi, please. Oh, loot bag, thank you. Some ammo. A food crate up here, which I'll need because I don't know how I'm going to do meds for now. Because it's not as easy as it is in the base game. Or indeed in the last version of Escape from Tarkov. Bunch of food, that's useful. Bunch more food. Rye croutons, okay. Didn't mean to run quite into it that suddenly, you know. Some drinks, maybe? Nice. Some food, maybe? Bones, okay, concerning. A wrench and some good crafting materials. We could sell the wrench, probably. And a shovel and some motor tool parts. Ooh, armored guy, okay. Oh, stunned, that's very unfortunate. Oh, a sprained arm, seriously? Oh, and there isn't a way to insta-heal that, is there? Because there's no medicine skill. Oh no. Injuries mean something now. Right, let's eat a bunch of food. And a TNT brick, that's fun. Alright, let's head back to Rect. Try and avoid combat because my arm's fucked. And there is simply no cure anymore. Why is there a gun store at an airport? There is a vet over there. That's actually a medical POI. We might want to check that out. A Slickers chocolate bar. I wonder what that's inspired by. You know, I guess I'll just take the chocolate bars. They are actually like the best item here. Alright, there's some money. We could probably save for that little revolver shotgun there. It's got a mag size of 5. That's really good for an early game gun. Not that we have any shotgun shells, but that's a secondary concern. Let's do another fetch. Here we are, start the quest. Where is the thing? In the first room it looks like, but my sprained arm is making me not want to have to fight anybody. Is it in there? I see it, yeah. You got frames on me? Yep, that'll do. Just because I have this fucked arm, I probably just want to avoid fighting if I can. Well, that's locked as well. Oh, hi. Probably don't want to go down there while you're there. Oh, hello. Everybody's getting involved today. No, I didn't want to open the barrel, I want to open the meds. There we go. I have a plan, don't worry. Ow, it didn't work. Let's come down here. Grab you, I'm probably gonna get... Ow! I do not have a bandage. That was really bad luck on that bleed. Bandage? I don't have enough cloth. Oops, we're just gonna have to take the bleed damage. Ow. Not to worry, I have plenty of food to heal. Yeah, we need to keep some cloth on me. I'm used to finding so many first aid bandages by now that I don't really need to worry about it. So evidently we'll have to keep a few regular bandages on me. It's fine. It's probably a good idea anyway, but I don't really have to do it in the base game. I will take 15 buckshot. And I will buy the shotgun. What was that other gun I saw there? It's probably too high level, but we've also got the Velociraptor. I've never heard of this gun before in my life, but it's the 300 Blackout assault rifle. Looks pretty cool. With the SKS. Well, the KS-23 is in the game. That's good. That was like in the game in the last update, but it wasn't obtainable in survival. That's pretty cool. What's your shotguns? 180 rubles each. Wrecked, you are a thief. Oh, you got meds though. I want them. What can I sell? First aid bandage. Do with those painkillers as well, actually. He's selling a whole food container there. What slot does that come in? I don't know, but let's just scroll through it. Yeah, he's got the whole food container here. Probably not worth the money, to be honest. Like, you're buying a loot box, basically. Tool sets are 25k. These are for making the high-level schematics. Leatherman multi-tool. Oh, and these are used to make tier 1s, 2s, and 3s. I see. Makes sense. If I can find 800 jukes, I will buy that painkiller. I don't have much healing that isn't food, so I would like to have some. Got this revolver action shotgun, which is really cool. The biggest of irons, truly. Don't know if you can call it on my hip, though. What can we sell him? No, I don't need those motor tool parts and stuff just yet. Even the TNT brick can be sold just now. And beers are a good thing to sell, because I rarely use consumables like that. They usually make your screen a little bit blurry and it's annoying. Let's buy painkiller. So we have some meds at least. You could probably afford to just eat that now. And just drink some of the water I have. Hey buddy. Absolutely obliterated. Thanks for the 45 ammo, dumbass. Does this have a animation? It does. We got any drinks? I actually don't have any drinks. We got this though. If we can get a cooking pot, we can deal with that. How do I make a forge? You can just make one. Oh, that's good. Right, no, they've made it a little bit more expensive, but you can just make one immediately. Which would mean you can make a cooking pot immediately. But I'm going to focus on questing still, because I'm a little bit behind on that. Oh, your trade's reset tomorrow. That's interesting. You got any? There's a clear. Let's do that. Parked light planes. Oh, we're going to the airport. Let's go. Going to one of the sub-POIs within the airport. Oh, is this a clinic? Pristine Healthcare. Remnant POI, huh? Might be worth checking it out. Hello? Oh, he got fucked. Chemicals. For crafting ammo, mostly. More. And some more Ox Bleach. Nice. Food, including a blueberry pie. Who brings a blueberry pie to work? Absolute psycho. Ooh, police car. Have I got lockpicks? I must put them down. I'll just remember that there's one here. There must be some meds in this POI. Floor broke there. Part of the building seems to have disappeared over here. There's something very amusing about that sound effect. I don't know why. Some water that I need to cook. Cook pile. Old book. Scrap to obtain paper. Sure. Paper. Old book and some paper again. Oh, some water. Better be a med crate at the top of this building. Some kind of crate here. Yeah, it's popping pills. Nice. First aid bandage and a splint. Cool. Make a regular bandage now as well. Food collector with a water filter. That's pretty good. Pretty decent item to get there. I just need to actually have a dew collector to use it. And food. Speaking of food, I can probably like eat this. Flashlight. Is there anything else in this POI? I came up here, right? No, I didn't come up here. I don't know where I am. Fridge with a bunch of food in it. Let's go. How fresh those boiled eggs would be, but whatever. Med pile. With medical crafting items. Another med pile. Splint and some more medical crafting. 2 more ox bleach. That's more ox bleach than I found in the whole last damn playthrough. Thank God. Alright, let's get out of here. Oop, that was dangerous. Might have to hop the fence here with some frames. Oh, I don't have any wood. There's a tree. Oh, this'll do. Here we are. Look at these little planes. We've even got little interiors. That is a lot of zombies for a tier 1. Oh boy. Ow. Guns absolutely suck. There we go. There we go, we're clear technically. So, Rex is probably closed now because he's a lazy bastard. Each of these little hangars and stuff in all these buildings are all different POIs, by the way, which is like really cool. It's like a mega POI with like tier 1s, tier 2s, tier 3s, and of course tier 5s. Is that shotgun shells or shotgun shells, casings, whatever you want to call them. Some more splints. Ooh, purified mineral water. Let's drink that. Dew collector. Some lead, okay. Alright, well, I'm probably just going to stay the night in this tent. We'll just hide out here. Absolutely chilling. And in the morning, we'll head back to Rect, and I'll try and get tier 1 complete in the next episode so we can get a bike and move around a lot easier. Oh wait, tier 1 now takes 20 quests to complete. I see. I see. That's going to take a while. Okay, maybe we should have taken the bicycle. Didn't notice that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Right, this playthrough is going to be much slower than the last one, isn't it? That's going to be absolutely terrifying. But for now, that is all we have time for today. This has been pretty fun so far. Let's take a look at my skills, actually. Hang on, before we end. So, I have gotten a 0.1% better recoil, 0.6% faster reloads, 0.3% more damage. I'm not sure what ergonomics actually is, but it's probably like aiming and stuff. Gun movement time, with the gun mobility penalty being like a little bit better. I've got a 1% melee attack speed bonus, that's pretty good. Little bit faster crafting speed since that's determined just by your level. Run stamina bonuses, walk speed bonuses, jump stamina bonuses. Damage resistance bonuses, not a big one, but still. Looting speed bonus, I'm 3% faster, hell yeah. And we've unlocked 1 inventory capacity. Nice. I will try and stay over encumbered pretty much for the next like 3 in-game days to try and max out my inventory as much as possible. But that'll have to do for today's episode. I'm excited to try this series. I hope you don't mind that it's 2 series the same in a row, but it's like a very different version of the same series. So it'll be pretty fun. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.